Welcome back to another video. I'm Kizer. We still gaming, and right now I'm still playing more Mortal Kombat with Shang Tsung Sareena, and I actually got a bit of a story time that I want to share in this video because this match reminded me of why I had to learn how to zone. Even though my play style is generally more of a rush down style, no matter who I'm playing with, I tend to figure out how to play rush down with that character. So like even with me playing with Shang Tsung in this game, he's for all intents and purposes has every ability to be a full zoner, but I still play him rush down in most cases. You still see me chasing people down in pretty much every match. Which is another thing. I don't know what's been going on lately. Like, it might just be my matchups, but like 60% of everybody that I've gone up against in this game for the past like 2 or 3 months have been just people running away. Just running away, running away, running away, sprinting away. And then when I win the first match, every time they change to a cameo Sub-Zero, and they continue to run away with the ice armor, which makes it pretty much I can't do anything because they're full screen with ice armor, and it forces me to chase. So it's like, I don't know, they're kind of weird. That's a side note. Anyway, my main thing is I like to play rush down even when I'm playing zones, but I had to learn how to play zones. I had to learn how to like keep away essentially and stay on the edge of the screen and just spam projectiles. Because if you don't know how to do it, even if you don't like to do it, if you don't know how to do it, you pretty much is an easy win for anybody who is running. And how I first like really accepted that I need to learn how to zone, even though I don't necessarily like that play style. I respect it. I understand that it is a real strategy for how to play fun games, but I think that it kind of takes away, in my opinion, a lot of the real skill of playing the game. Like there is skill to being able to stay on the other end of the screen and still do damage. So I'm not like downplaying people who play as full zoners, but I just feel like it's a whole way to play, in my opinion. But when I first realized that I had to actually learn it, I was playing in a local tournament and I was dominating. Like everybody I played against, it was a clean sweep. I didn't lose no rounds, didn't lose no matches, and I was in the 3rd place spot, about to play to go into grand finals. And I didn't say, but I was playing in Mortal Kombat 11. This was years ago, a long time. But in Mortal Kombat 11, actually, even though I am a Shang Tsung main, I actually just felt like Shang Tsung was aggressively weak in 11 to where I just couldn't. I personally couldn't play him. And I saw a lot of people who did figure out how to make him work in that game, but in my opinion, 11 was the worst iteration of that character. He was still my 3rd string, but Scarlet had to become my main character in that game just because it wasn't nothing I could really do with Shang Tsung. But with that said, similar to how Shang Tsung is here, Scarlet was designed to be a zoner character. She's probably like the 2nd best zoner in Mortal Kombat 11. So you would think with me playing as a Scarlet main that I know how to zone. Absolutely not. At the time, I did not know how to zone. I didn't have the skill set of that pattern of being able to constantly throw out projectiles in a way that locks down your opponent. I just didn't know how to do it. So, because I was still playing a rush down Scarlet. Like, even with her projectiles, I use her projectiles really similar to how I use Shang Tsung's here, where I approach with jumping towards you and shooting the fireballs on the ground to like kind of stagger the opponent to give me space to keep approaching, how I'm doing here. I would do that with Scarlet, but I would do it with the blood ball. If y'all remember, she had that blood ball you can make go slow. So I would use the slow blood ball to keep you on your defense so I can approach, and it's really nothing you can do but block until I get to you. So that was how I was playing rush down Scarlet, even though she was on the character. But anyway, that was kind of a tangent. The main thing was I was dominating this tournament. I got in third. I was in the third place spot about to play for grand finals, and I was playing against, I believe it was a noob side by pair, and I dominated him to, like, it was three. You have to win three times to knock the person out. I won twice, and then I won a round. So I was on my match point. It seemed very clear that I was going to win this match. I was going to get into grand finals. I was honestly set up to pretty much win the tournament, but in the last round, he started running away and just throwing shadow clones at me. And literally, there was nothing I could do because I didn't know how to zone. I didn't know how to stay on the other end of the screen and just throw projectiles. So, similar to how the first round went with this Tanya player, I just kept chasing him. He kept running away, and every time he got an opening, he would just throw another shadow clone. And he did that and took me from having 2 wins with no losses around. I had not lost around all tournament, and he sweeped me a full reverse 3-0 because I didn't know how to respond to somebody running away and just throwing shadow clones. I didn't have that skill set. So because of that, though, because I really feel like that tournament stuck in my mind of, damn, I was supposed to win this fucking tournament. This was an easy tournament to win, and I lost to somebody who ain't even good at the game just because I didn't know how to zone. I was like, yeah, I got to learn how to zone. As you see in this match, if you're still paying attention to the match, I did start playing more of a zoning. I was mixing in a little bit of still trying to approach just because I naturally don't like to just stay on the other end and throw projectiles. But I was intentionally zoning in that match. So I won, and now we're on game match. I'm essentially going to keep doing the same thing, stay on the other end and zone. But yeah, back to the story. The reason why I learned how to zone is because I lost a tournament that I fully should have won just because I didn't know how to zone. So I know that I can't do that anymore because I still want to play more tournaments and Mortal Kombat 1 and, really get good at playing fun games competitively again. So I had to learn how to zone. I had to at least learn how to counter. So, like, I generally won't just zone just starting a match like as my go-to strategy. It's more of a response. If my opponent is running away from me, then yeah, I'll just switch into a zoning pattern to counter what they do, which is like how I'm playing against Tanya. I still, if I'm able to successfully chase my opponent down, like if they aren't as good at running away, or if I'm just faster than them so they can't quite get away from me, then I might still try to play rush down or play more of a hybrid of rush down zone. But against players like this, I have no choice but to like fully sell out on the zoning strategy. But I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't lose that tournament. I mean, I came in third place, but still, a loss is a loss. And yeah, so that's when I really started developing my current gameplay style of the full screen rushdown. And I did it with Scarlet for years, where I played full rushdown with Scarlet, but I was able to play rushdown from anywhere on the screen. And I actually think that Shang Tsung in this game is the best example of that, because he literally can get a combo started from anywhere on the screen. Any hit can lead into a combo if you hit it at the right angle. That's what I really like about him. So yeah, that's why I play with him the way that I do. And but as you see, I still was able to win this one by incorporating a lot more zoning technique. But yeah, and it worked out. What I also wanted to talk about here before we move forward with the next Mortal Kombat match is similar to how I play. Well, we in the next match now, but I'm gonna just cut it in. But similar to how I play Shang Tsung and how I play Scarlet, I also played a bit of Street Fighter 6 before Mortal Kombat came out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm not a Street Fighter 6 player like that. I'm not a Street Fighter player in general. Like I can play it because I'm a fighting game player, so I have the technique to be able to do that. But Street Fighter just ain't really my game. I don't I don't like how the inputs work in that game personally. If I had to do it, like I can play it, but it's not something that I would even want to play competitively, to be honest. But I started playing Dalsine in Street Fighter, and I actually really enjoyed playing a full screen zoning version of Dalsine. So I'm gonna cut in here before we finish. Give me 1 second. All right, and we're gonna get back to that Shang Tsung Raiden match. I know y'all interested, but this is my video, and I'm talking right now. I'll just show y'all this. Just a quick example of how I used to play Dalsine in Street Fighter when I played it. I would say I was pretty decent at the game. I wouldn't say I was like the best ever by any means, but I was able to win some good matches. I got up to platinum in like the first week, and I honestly I can't remember what the weakest level was, but I did such a bad job in my ranking matches that I started at the lowest rank. So within the first week, I still got up to like platinum. So I think I was doing alright. But as you can see here, even though again I'm playing with a character that's designed to be a zoner, I'm playing him as Rushdown, just like how I played Shang Tsung. This is just the way I like to play video games. So anyway, that was the commercial break. Back to Mortal Kombat Shang Tsung versus Raiden. Go ahead and switch it over. And yeah, we're gonna finish this out. But yeah, I really just want to show you just as an example of how, even though it's a different game, I pretty much have a very similar play style in pretty much every game I play. I like to play Rushdown, and I just happen to also be really attracted to zoning characters. As you see here, this match was picked specifically for this video because this is another character who's just running away from me. He's very terrified of this match. He's just going to keep running away. But unlike with Tanya, like I said earlier, Tanya, she was really good at getting away from me. That's why she won that first match, because she was just really good at getting away from me. So I had to transition into more of a full screen zoning technique. This character, he is at getting away from me. Like you see, he used the little air jumps to stay on the other end of the screen. But he, in my opinion, is, I don't know, he feels like a really beginner level of zoning. His technique ain't really, I don't feel like I'm really being forced out. So I decided that with him, I'm not going to switch into a full zoning technique. I am going to still use a little bit of zoning. Like, if it works, it works. But for the most part, I'm just going to fight him the way I fight everybody else, because he can't really keep me out. He can try to keep me out. He can put forth his best effort to keep me out, but he can't keep me out. And even though I'm playing with a zoner, I still like to play melee, so I'm on him. So we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, like I said before, most zoners in this game, after they lose the first match, they immediately switch to Sub-Zero and just keep running away. And I will admit that it makes it a little harder, because obviously with the ice armor, I can't throw any projectiles at you, so I just have to approach. But because it kind of works out for me, because I am a melee player anyway, even though they like, it's like they put the ice armor on thinking that it's gonna keep me from hitting them, and it's like they're not what's the word? They're not comprehending that I'm not running away anyway. Like, I'm approaching you. Like, I'm attacking you all the time. So the ice armor doesn't really stop my show too much. It puts a little bit of hindrance on it because the full screen zoning techniques I use don't work. Like, my approaches don't really work like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not running from you anyway. So that ice armor don't really do nothing but slow down my goal. I'm still gonna kill you. as you see with him. And some people will switch to Sub-Zero and don't even know how Sub-Zero works with their character. Like again, this Raiden player, he doesn't have any like Sub-Zero combos. He doesn't have any Sub-Zero setups or anything. He's only switched to Sub-Zero for the ISO. And in most cases, once people switch to Sub-Zero in an attempt to run away from me, I just look at that as a guaranteed dub. I'm not gonna say I beat everybody who switched to Sub-Zero, but it's like a 75% win, if not more. Like, it's easy at that point, because usually when people do the switch, like I said, they don't even know how to play with Sub-Zero with their character. They just using the ice armor and running away. So it's like an easy GG for me. But yeah, anyway, that was the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video. I want to talk about how I got started with playing the full screen zoning, not zoning, full screen melee. What's the word I was just saying? Shit. Full screen rushdown, yeah. The main point of this video is I wanted to tell y'all why I started playing full screen rushdown and the reason for the technique that I use. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the matches. I hope you enjoyed the story as well. I'm kind of new to YouTube, as you can probably tell. So it took me a while to really get good with the audio, and I'm still not like the best with audio. But I feel like it sounds more listenable now, because I always wanted to do like commentary on the full videos. I wasn't really able to do it on my first few videos because I just felt like my audio sounded so bad. But I got a relatively decent mic now. I know how to change up the audio levels to where it doesn't sound like terrible when I'm talking. So moving forward, I'll try to do more videos where I actually do commentary throughout the entire video. So if you want to see more of that, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a good one.